All right, so this week you're going to be creating a project and it's going to be applying slope. And we've talked about slope a couple of different times, but it's been a while now. So I just wanted to review kind of what slope is all about. We're going to put our focus on just finding slope from a graph. So that's what this review is going to be about. We're just going to kind of talk about it a little bit, practice finding slopes for some problems. Should be pretty short and sweet. And then you're going to get some extra practice from the worksheet on your own. Make sure you're taking this seriously because your whole project is going to be based around this concept. So, first of all, slope by definition, kind of in its rawest part, is rise over run. Okay, it can also be known as the vertical change over the horizontal change. Okay, vertical refers to the y. The y-axis goes up and down, and then the horizontal change is referring to the x, which goes left to right, which obviously lines up with the rise over run. But the main thing here to know is to find the slope from a graph. All you have to do is count boxes, okay? So in application, it becomes, as it says at the bottom here, boxes up, which makes your slope positive, or down, which makes it negative. That's your value on top of your fraction. All of your answers here will either be a fraction or a whole number, because we're always looking to simplify fractions no matter what we're doing with it. And then on the bottom will be your boxes to the right. The bottom will never change. It will always be boxes to the right. And we'll get into more of that in this next. Go ahead and applying it here. Okay, so here's our first example. Now the first thing to know is if you don't have two dots, you cannot find the slope. Okay, so you can put a dot anywhere that the line goes through the intersection. So if I drew a line right here, you see how it goes through the intersection of those grid lines right there? So I could put a dot there. So on this graph, I'm going to put my first dot right here at -3 right on the x-axis. So then the next one, at this point right here, I'm not able to put a dot because it cuts through halfway. But I can put one at this spot. Okay, now that I have my two dots, we're always going to start at the leftmost every single time. You start at the leftmost dot. So I'm going to be starting at this one. Okay. Once again, it's rise over run. Okay. And once again, that's boxes up or down over boxes to the right. Okay. Well, the only way to get from the one we're starting at to the one we're ending at is to go up. So you're going to go straight up with it. I'm going up one box, and then you're going to go straight to the right with it, and we end up going two boxes. Once again, slope is either a fraction or a whole number if it's simplified down to that. So in this case, it's going to be 1 over 2. Okay, and m is what we use to represent slope. 1/2 cannot be simplified. Okay, because 1 is on top, that's a smaller number than the denominator, and 1 is the smallest number. You can't simplify that any further. Okay, so the slope there would be 1/2, and that would be your final answer there. Okay, let's look at. Okay, same thing here. First thing we have to do is put some dots. Okay, so I can put a dot right there because it goes through the intersection. Can't put one there because it's kind of crossing in between. Can't put one there or there, but we can put one right here. Okay, starting at the leftmost, which means we're going to start there. The only way to get to our final dot, our final destination, is to go down. Okay, and once again, you're going straight down. We go down 3 boxes, and because we're going down, our slope is going to be negative. And then we go 2 boxes to the right. Putting that together, our slope here is simply -3/2. Because we went down 3 boxes, 2 boxes to the right. -3/2 cannot be simplified because 3 and 2 don't share any factors. All right, looking at our next one here. Start by putting our dots. Okay, so here's one. Can't put one there. Here's going to be my second one. By the way, you don't have to use that one. If you skipped to this one and you missed that one, that is perfectly fine. I'll do it both ways on this one just to see that you get the final result as being the same thing. So if I'm starting with these two, I'm going straight up and straight over. So I'm going up 2 over 1. So my slope would be 2 over 1. However, that's not simplified because if you take the number 2 and split it into one group, which is what dividing by 1 does, then your answer is just 2. Okay, so this is where I said it's either a fraction or a whole number. So our slope there is 2. Now, as I said before, if you used different dots, so let's say these two, going from here to here, in that case, you would go up 4 and you would go to the right 2. So you'd say, well, my slope is 4/2, but 4 divided by 2 can be simplified, And if you take the number 4 and split it into 2 equal groups, there's going to be 2 in each group. Okay, so that gives you the same slope anyways. All right, let's look at another example. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to put my 2 dots. I'm going to go ahead and put one here, and then my next one's going to go right here. Okay, so I'm going down 1, which means it's negative, and then I'm going to the right 3. So my slope here is going to be negative 1/3. That can't be simplified. Anytime you have a 1 in the numerator, it can't be simplified. Anytime you have a 1 in the denominator, you have to get rid of it because dividing by 1 doesn't do anything. To our next example. Okay, so this one and the next one are going to talk about special lines. Okay, this right here is a horizontal line. Okay, every single horizontal line, does not matter where it is on the graph. If you have a horizontal line, it'll have the same slope every single time. Okay, once I say it, you can just apply it, but I also want you to see why it is that. Okay, so if I put a dot here and here, okay, well, you don't go up any at all, but you do go 1 to the right. So what you would have is 0 divided by 1. Well, we all know that 0 divided by anything remains 0. So your slope of all horizontal lines every single time has a slope of 0. Every single horizontal line. Then let's talk about vertical lines. Okay, if I put a dot here and here, okay, in this case we're going up 1, but we're not going any to the right. So that would be 1 over 0. Now, if you don't remember, we've talked about multiple times throughout the year that you can't divide by 0. The reason you can't divide by 0 is because multiplication and division undo each other. So if I could divide by 0, that means I would be able to take something times 0, that would get me back to 1. And that can't happen because anytime you multiply by 0, your result is just 0. So when you have a vertical line, all vertical lines like we have here, because you can't divide by 0, it's a special one, and your slope here is what is called undefined. There's no definition for it because you literally can't do it. All vertical lines have a slope that is undefined. Okay, the last thing I just real quick want to remind you of, let's say we counted our boxes, and I'm just going to draw another example right here on this graph. Let's say our first dot was here, and our second dot was here. Okay, so in this one, if I were to connect it, okay, starting at this point right here, we go up 4 and we go over 3. Okay, so our slope of the green line over here would be 4 over 3. Okay, now sometimes we feel like if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, we have to change it to a mixed number. Okay, but this is my reminder that you cannot change it to a mixed number. Slope by definition is rise over run. So if it's 4 over 3, you have a rise and you have a run. Now if you had a mixed number, you'd have a number and then another fraction, and it kind of just loses the connection back to the fact that it's rise over run. Okay, so all you're doing is counting boxes. Top number, or the numerator, is how many boxes up or down. Bottom number is how many to the right. If from left to right your line is going to the sky, it's positive. If it's going down to the ground, it's negative. And to follow up on the left to right, you always start at the leftmost point.